I think one of the most helpful things about the door-to-door training model has been, at times, I think for me, has been confirmation of maybe things in my gut or instincts, right, from people who have been doing this in other industries or across a longer frame of time than us, and getting their advice on whether it's personnel or operations or field techniques, and just I think the ideas kind of confirm a lot for us, but then also have given greater confidence in certain decisions. So, like Matt had mentioned before, whether it was kind of restructuring our team or what we should expect or demand from people, how do we hold people accountable, right? And I think sometimes in any industry, right, you look in the mirror and you're like, maybe I'm just doing this wrong. Maybe because in a certain sense, when you start a new business, I had a Post-it note on my desk for the first year we started Rose, and it said, we're all making it up. And there's just truth in that, right? When you start anything new, a new business, you're doing it your way, because obviously you enter the industry to solve problems and to deliver something that you believe is the best, right? No one enters an industry because they believe they're going to do a subpar job and they, really think they're going to build something great by doing that. No, you enter because you're trying to be a differentiator, right? And I think for me with door to door, and I think I can say that for the team, something that was very helpful was having that kind of external wisdom to weigh in. It almost felt like you had an extra seat at the table sometimes when, we were either in conversations or making decisions that was like, well, we've heard whether it's from like Circle or, so many other things that people who are experts in the field are doing it this way, and it's kind of a barometer check, which is helpful.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that validating factor is really important, especially when you're going like. And the biggest thing to preface too is like we're not the roofing cowboys, right? Especially in door to door, you think of like a lot of folks that like it's just the good old like roofing boys, right? That work hard,
the chuck in the truck kind of thing.
Yeah, but I mean even more professional than that are just crushing it, slinging roofs, knocking doors, right? Selling 90 hours a week and everything, and that's great, and it's awesome that people want to do that. But for us, it's like we want to work really hard and get home to our families, right? And I think one of the things that we've learned is that that's possible, right? And it's possible to be really successful in this door-to-door industry, in roofing, right? And solar, soon to be. That while achieving the lifestyle for us and for those that work alongside us that we desire, right? And I think that's really important, and not reinventing the wheel, right? Yeah. Especially when you're going from zero to a multi-million-dollar company, like within 18 months, right? That's a really scary thing, right? And when you get up there and you're doing millions of dollars in sales and you're managing millions of dollars in payroll and you make a mistake, real things happen to folks, real values lost. People get financially hurt if you make a mistake, right? And so it's nerve-wracking, and thankfully we didn't make any big mistakes that like hurt people, right? But we still made our fair share of mistakes, and being able to cut that learning curve and learn from some really smart people who have either done really stupid things that sounded like a good idea, or like really great people that made big mistakes and gave us the information how not to do it is wonderful. And I think wonderful is really the right word, because instead of the fear and anxiety that most entrepreneurs feel of the loneliness, you can't complain to your spouse, right? Because you don't want to freak them out. You can't complain to your board if you have a board, because you don't want to freak them out, right? And you can't complain down to your employees because you can't freak them out, right? And so it's been great to have that sounding board outside of ourselves.